Hi. Well, it's already now week 2, and so I wanted to make this video for you. And so the first thing that I want to say is that here is my introductory announcement, and this refers to the level of learning, and as we do different things, that they can help us learn better. So reading and hearing and seeing are all kind of passive things. Not that the information isn't getting into you at all, but when you have see and hear, you have multiple modalities coming at you, for example, and then you have more of a chance of learning the material. And then you come down here, 70% of what we say. So if you're talking about the material, then you're interacting with the material more, and it's more likely to get into you. And 90% of what we say and do. So the more that you're interacting with the material, doing things, organizing the material in a different way, such as rewriting notes, things like that, that will help you to become more more knowledgeable, able to understand the material better. So, and then I want to come down here and just give a note to Untold Story of AI, Invisible Women Programmed, America's First Electronic Computer. So, and here's a link if you're interested in knowing more. The other thing that I wanted to say is that in case you are starting to have trouble, or when you start to have trouble, if you do, in my course, there is online tutoring, and the link is right here. So you can learn more about that, or just if you already know about it and you want to get started on it, feel free. We are not right now at a place where I would think that tutoring would be necessary, but by the time that we get to essay 11, some of you might feel like, oh, I am needing extra help. And so I talked about it in the syllabus that you can go to any of the campuses to get tutoring, or you can get online tutoring here. Okay. And so anyway, moving on, I want to go to announcements. And so I'm going to come here and go to discussions. And here is where questions and announcements are. And a number of you have been using this, and I'm very pleased to see that. So that is very cool. And so here's the .laccdb monster announcement that I want to make. And so here is talking about how if you have a database that you're handing in, you want to make sure that you hand in the .accdb version, not the .laccdb version of your database. So just make sure that it doesn't have that L in there, because the L is just a lock file. It's not the actual Access database. So I just wanted to point that out. I've already had one student do that. And here was somebody who let's see, here were some questions that I answered one student. And here is another just asking about how to link up to essay 0. And then here was somebody who asked about page A2 tables and what that meant And so I just want to make sure that you understand that when a page number has an A in front of it, that means that it is referring to the appendix. If it has, say, a 5-2, then it would be Module 5, page 2. So just so you know about that. And I think that's it for now on assignment or on announcements. You can, by the way, just sign up or subscribe. Let's see, where do you subscribe? Oh, here. You can click here and subscribe. So if you want to subscribe so that you get any postings that anyone makes here sent to an email address, anyone that you want, you can do that so that you're kept abreast of any issues that do come up that people post about. All right, let's go over to the content here. And anyway, so we are at week 2. And so you'll be learning about primary keys and table relationships. And here in the Think About Starting, there's nothing in this particular week. Here is a link to a discussion post, and you need to post at least, the first posting by Monday. And then responding, you'll need to do by the end of the week. Here is a link just to have more information. It's not required, but if you want to, you can go to it and read more about it if it's helpful. And then here, read and do Module 2. And here is a handout just about this, making standards for how you name files, name fields in your database. And then here is a link to the appendix, and you want to read page A25 through A27. And again, if you can't find it that way because you don't have a printed version, you want to just go to the chapter contents in the beginning of the appendix and find the topic naming or Microsoft Access naming conventions in Access. Okay, so that's the topic that you want to go and find in the table of contents. Here's practice 2. Remember, these are extra credit along with this one. So here's SAM exam, and then essay 0, which will help set you up for all the other supplemental activities. Here's a link to the growth mindset so that you can finish up by responding to at least 2 people. And here is the assignment folder where you can hand in your updated data in your tracking your schedule database. Okay, so that is the list of what is due. I can't think of anything else to say at the moment, so my video is a little long, so I think I'll stop there. Please post questions if you have any.